Hello, and welcome to Healthier and Happier Humans, episode 29. I'm Ashley McGee, and today we're doing something a little different. We're talking about Sexual Assault Awareness and Prevention Month, which is the month of April. If we haven't met before, I am a health and wellness coach for military women, and there's a reason why I wanted to tackle this topic today. It is a pervasive issue in the military. And I have personal experience here. I am actually a certified victim advocate in the Navy. So that is an additional role that I have. And I was thrust into this role kind of unexpectedly when there was a case on my first ship. And this poor girl, one of our sailors, was attacked on base. And I still so clearly remember how scared she was, how just devastating it was. And because of this, she ended up leaving the Navy, was medically discharged, and just such a bright sailor with an amazing future, just taken away. And it's a hard topic to talk about, but as long as this is an issue in the military, we have to talk about it. I was shocked. I was shocked to see how some people responded. It was an unrestricted report, so the chain of command, like the CO, knew who it was, and it was crazy how much victim blaming there was, and they didn't even realize they were doing it. So, for example, she was attacked on a Navy base because she went for a jog. Okay. And one of the first questions the CO asked me was, well, why was she running? And people run at night all the time. And also, this isn't her fault. This isn't her fault. And this still is such a problem. So I know this isn't going to be the most upbeat episode ever, but I feel like we have to talk about it. So, okay. That's a little bit of my background and why I care so much about this, because I've seen firsthand how devastating it can be. And it happens to men, it happens to women, all walks of life, all ranks, all jobs. It is all over in the military. So the first thing that we have a responsibility to do is, if we see something that's off, we need to take action. Times are changing, right? The stuff that you would see in a party movie from the 80s is not okay. And we need to take care of each other. The vast majority of sexual assaults happen between an assailant and a victim that know each other. So first thing is, if you see something that's off, step in, take care of each other. The military is based on trust, and there is no greater betrayal than the violation of that trust in a sexual assault. My next plea for you is have empathy. Don't judge, don't assume. I cannot tell you how many trainings I've been at where someone's raised their hand and said, well, I know someone that was falsely accused and blah, 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 blah. False reports are less than 1% of all reported sexual assaults. And that's not just a military stat, that's in general. And by the way, it's still a very underreported crime. So you don't know the whole story. Keep your assumptions out of it. Don't gossip, because that victim is going through something that you cannot comprehend. And for that very, very small percentage of people that are false reports, they're making it so much harder for victims to come forward. And that's shameful. How can you help someone? If someone trusts you enough, has the courage to bring you into their situation, how can you help them? First things first, don't assume anything. Don't assume you know what they need. They just had their power wrested away from them. Give it back. Ask them what they need. Ask them what they want. Don't tell them that they're going to do X, Y, and Z. Ask them. Let them make their choices. Obviously, connect them to resources, connect them to help, and I will put the links for a couple of resources in the show notes for this episode. Don't victim blame. I mentioned this earlier. Just don't victim blame. Sexual assault is never the victim's fault, ever. And if you're watching this and you're a survivor, I want you to know that I see you, I love you, and none of this is your fault. It's not. Sexual assault is about power. It's a crime. It's not because you drank too much or wore a short skirt or went jogging on a military base at night. It's BS. Sexual assault is never the victim's fault. So stop. Sorry, this is a tough one to talk about. Okay. Let's get into resources. So the SAFE helpline, safehelpline.org, or the phone number is 877-995-5247. It's a 24/7 anonymous helpline. Please, 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 please. If you need help, if you know someone that needs help, call. If you know someone that has been a victim of sexual assault, get them connected to resources, get them connected to help. If you're on base, find a victim advocate, find a SARC, a sexual assault response coordinator, find someone. Get them connected to help. Another resource is the sapr.mil website, SAPR, sapr.mil. It has other information on various programs and resources, statistics. So if you are trying to educate others during this month, and I highly encourage you to do so. I think we saw with the Me Too movement, people were shocked by how many women and men, and non-binary, people, intersectionality is important. How many people came forward and said, yeah, me too. This is a problem. It continues to be a problem, but we can do something about it. And we can support the people that go through this awful ordeal. So my ask for you is just, if you're struggling, please connect yourself to resources. If you know someone's struggling, get them help. Again, I am a victim advocate. You can absolutely reach out to me. and maintain a restricted report. And I really, really, really hope that you are on the path to healing. Love you. We'll talk soon.